Welcome back to the channel for another video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. In today's video, we will be covering and preparing for the upcoming trading week of the NASDAQ from March 24th through March 28th, and I'll just be going through these steps here. These are the steps that I just personally do to prepare for the upcoming trading week, just to dial my eyes back in and get my mind ready to take advantage of the markets. And these are all the steps that I do so I can prepare to call out accurate trades and analysis in the Market Mentors Discord. The link's in the description to join. You can see our accurate analysis, our new positions we're taking, when we take them, our winning trades, different Q&A things, live sessions we host. You can see some of the resources we offer, like resource guides and PDFs, all kinds of resources for you guys to get consistent and profitable. And I'll see you guys there. Getting back to the video. So the first step to prepare for the week that I do is I always reflect and review in the previous week, just so I can understand what went well, what didn't go well, and how I can get better in the next week. So last week I think it went okay. It wasn't the best week win percentage wise. So what went well was I found a way to refine my trading a little further, and I'm thinking this will be a way for me to be a little more accurate and a little more patient with how I do my trades and take a little bit of a less trades. I think I took like 16, 17, or 18 trades last week, and I don't like taking that many trades in a week. I just want to stay around 8 to 12 in that range, but I think the way I refine now, I should be able to get less trades. So looking back, I think I could have had a better week. I missed a lot of trades as well, so I could have taken like 20 or more trades. I missed a few trades, so it could have been a better week. I could have capitalized a little more, and I'll just have to focus and try to capitalize a lot this week to, I guess, make up for that. But we'll see what this week gives, and I'll just try to be a little more attentive, a little more accurate in my analysis, and we'll see what happens. So then that moves us on to step 2, for the backtest and fine tune. So I have backtested the previous week, and I did like the results that I saw with a new fresh pair of eyes and a refinement that I was testing out. I'm going to drop 2 separate videos for those because I did backtest the previous week as well as the week before that one. So the last 2 weeks I've backtested before. I've already got it marked up, so I'm just going to make a video walking through each one of those trades and seeing why I marked them up the way I did. So stay tuned for those. They'll be dropping after this video drops. And I always recommend just backtesting so you can just dial your eyes in, like I mentioned, and then just understanding what you could have done better or how you could have taken advantage of the markets a little differently if you needed to. Step 3 would be to just check the news and economic calendar. So I always do that just so you understand what kind of week it could be, what might sporadically happen in the markets. So let's see. I'll go and check the news at my FX book. And this is the middle of, or towards the end of March, so it shouldn't be anything too crazy. So got some news on Monday, 9:45. That's a little strange for times. Usually it's not at 9:45, it's usually around 10. But okay, one news event on Monday. It's nothing too crazy. Probably will affect the AM session of trading if there's any moves there. Tuesday we'll have a 10 o'clock news. So Wednesday we'll also have pre-market news, at least high impact news. I only focus on the high impact. So yeah, 8:30 probably a pre-market spike there, up or down, and be able to take advantage of the reactions when it flips from that. Same thing with Thursday, 8:30 high impact news, so it'll be like a pre-market spike, and then we'll be able to take advantage of the reversals that happen from that spike, whichever direction that goes. Then Friday, 8:30 news again, then 10 o'clock is a little high impact news. So it is a few news events, unfortunately, this week, so we try to be cautious with that. I personally don't take news during trades. I kind of wait till after the trades, or after news drop for the trades to form. So I try to be a little cautious with that this week. It is a little bit of news, so just be cautious. And then that does suck that it is so much news this week, because there is also NFP next week, I believe. So we'll just have to be cautious with that and play the odds in our favor, a little patient. And then that will move us on to step 4. So I always analyze the higher time frame. So whatever time frame you normally trade on from day to day, I would always recommend just jumping up 1 or 2 time frames higher than what you normally do, maybe 3, just so you can get an overall picture of what might happen in the week or where you are in whatever asset you're trading. So I'm going to trade the NASDAQ, so just jumping up to the daily. I trade on the 15-minute for my higher time frame, maybe 30-minute, but I usually just day trade on my entries in the 1 minute. So I just usually jump up to the daily to see where we are, and I understand that a few weeks ago or at least maybe like 2 weeks ago, we tapped into this daily imbalance I was looking at because it's a good area of interest for me, because price filled it and then it's rejected off. And I really wanted to take a nice buy here, but just ended up not happening, at least leaving a runner for all of this to happen to the upside. But we'll see what happens. I still think overall that price has liquidity here and here. So I think overall, I don't think it's going to reject up and start pushing up yet. I think overall it might push down a little more, sweep this liquidity, then push to the upside, or at the bare minimum at least sweep this liquidity here before it starts to move to the upside. But on the more, let's say, immediate time frame, I'm thinking price will push to the upside, sweep this liquidity here that was left up last week, because last week it did range a little bit up there to the upside, something that'll push down to this area of interest, give us a buy move, sweep this liquidity here, then start to push to the downside and give us some sells. That's what I'm thinking will happen, but we'll see. I'll just try to react to it, not predict it too much, because it could push the upside, sweep liquidity first, then give us sells, then give us his buys here, or could push down all the way from here, give us failed buys, and just keep pushing to the downside for Monday, New York session. So we'll just have to see what happens. Not trying to predict it too much, but that's overall the areas that I'm targeting. If it goes up, I'm looking for sells. If it goes down, I'm looking for buys. So that's the short sense of it, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to have some patience with that, and I'll let it do whatever it does. And that would leave us to our step 5, which is write your weekly goals. So my goals will just be for myself. I know this week I want to just refine or keep being consistent with how I've refined my trading. So I've refined my trading one step further this week. I've been mentioning that in my previous videos. So I did one more step further in how I select my higher time frame targets, and I'll talk about that in another video, probably the one after this one. So I just want to make sure I'm consistent with how I apply it this week, and just want to have a solid trading week. I want to make sure I'm doing all my risk management properly and just having a decent trading week. I should hopefully at least have like a 60% win rate, maybe a little higher this week, I'm thinking. So we'll see what happens. I don't want to take too many trades, so ideally if I can just capitalize, not miss any trades that I shouldn't be missing, and then just applying my new refined strategy and system correctly, then I'll have a successful trading week in my eyes. And then I'll take us to step 6, just writing out your intentions and outlooks for the week. You just want to write your affirmations every single week, so that just helps get you in the right mind and state of mind and mindset to have, because you don't want to go in the week doubting yourself or just talking down about how your trading ability is or anything like that. So the affirmations some that I write out are I'm a consistent and profitable trader. I have faith and desire in my trading ability, and I am a disciplined trader who follows my system fully. And these are just ones that I've come up with. I used to just write them out in my journal every single week, just a whole page full. And you can make up whatever affirmations you want. You can use those, and you can use whatever you want to. It's something to kind of get yourself in the right state of mind, especially when you're not profitable. You can have a lot of self-doubt and negative talk, but it just kind of helps you get you in the right state of mind that you can do it and believe in yourself, and you're start seeing your results actually. And then that leaves us to step 7, build your weekly watch list. So if you trade multiple assets, it'd be important to go and mark up like your higher time frame levels on different assets you do. So I personally just trade the NASDAQ. So for me, my weekly watch list would for now just consist of an alert here, because once it tags in this area, I'm looking for a buy, a little sneak peek for the week. Or it would be really an alert at this swing high or these 2 swing lows. Those would be my bigger alerts for the week, especially if it reaches down here and sweeps this liquidity here. That'd be the really big alert to watch out for on the watch list. So that would be my example of that watch list. And then we move on to step 8, and this would be review your pre-trade checklist. So this would be something like, in my case, I just refined my system a little bit further and added one more confluence, or just changed how I looked at a confluence, basically, we'll say. And that would be how I would refine or review it and make sure I understand completely how I'm going to take advantage of it this week. So I have my checklist. I have what I look for in the higher time frame. I know that I'm going to change one aspect of it, at least where I mark it up at. I'll talk about that in the next video, my backtesting video. And then I have how I look on the lower time frame. Those entries and those things are the same. So that's how I review my pre-trade checklist. Some things I'm going to add to the checklist, of course, is I want to be very mindful of how I set my take profits and stop losses, and how I'm just checking them and managing those trades. I made a video on managing trades too as well. And I just want to be very mindful, because I had a few times where in TradingView I would mark up on my trades in the broker, and it would hit, like, let's say in this Awanda broker, but it wouldn't actually hit in my trading broker. So I probably should have closed those trades out last week as soon as they hit in one of these brokers I'm marking up on, as opposed to my trading broker. So I want to make sure I'm very cautious and careful in marking up those trades, so I'm not missing out on any profit, and I should have been closing trades, and I wasn't. So I want to be very cautious with that, and just not taking too many trades this week. I don't want to take any continuations, just want to take initial moves and let the moves ride out this week. So yeah, with that, I'll wrap the video up here. That's all I had for this week. I think we're going to have a good trading week. It should be pretty straightforward outside those few news events, but yeah, we'll see what happens, and I'll see you guys in the Discord, and I'll see you guys next video.